Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. I'm your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Tonight we have our Sunday night live like we normally do with the panel. And we're going to be discussing the latest episode of Raising Kanan, season 4, episode number 5. Okay, let's get my panel up in here. Well, we have one guest so far, which is, of course, my lovely pretty girl, Jack Johnson.
Happy
Hey, Susie.
Sunday.
Yes, happy Sunday. How are you?
I'm blessed to see another day, but tomorrow's Monday, so you already know.
Right. Oh my gosh, right. I'm not excited at all, but thank you, Lord. B, hi B, or just me B, as I know you to be. Erica P. McCrae, hey, and AG and Daria and Tasha Fledger, what's up? Come on, flood in, guys. So listen, pretty girl. Before we get to what's on the thumbnail, please tell me how you thought about. What you thought about this episode and felt. Please discuss, because I know you had your trap situation this morning, honey.
Yeah, the only word I can think of is cute. It was cute,
Okay.
It wasn't too it wasn't that much of like a breaking news or they fed us some information. Of course, this season has me on an emotional roller coaster. I'm laughing 1 minute, peed off another minute, like annoyed the next minute. So of course, this episode did leave me, feeling different ways, but it was cute. It wasn't, I don't want to say it wasn't the typical mid-season, episode. But it's Raising Kanan, so they're always going to give us a quality, episode. But it was cute. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Yes. Okay. So the question, right? Like you said, there was no surprises. So like people pretty much, I mean, the fact that his son Kanan, I'm talking about, name was Sean, we already knew that Famous wasn't gonna last long, right? But a part of me always I always like to keep hope alive a little bit and say, well, maybe he's really not dead. Maybe something went on and people just think he did or whatever. So anyway, but you never know. So that goes back to the question that I went live last night and we were talking about. It was me and only one other person, which was Blaze McCroy. And he was like, I'm not buying it that he's dead. And that's how I felt too. Once they brought up the dental records that were not confirmed, I was like, And the fact that it's an off-screen death for such a big character, that doesn't strike me. Like, that's not sitting well with me. Like, I'm trying to buy it, but it's not sitting well with me. Like, that's not even Power's style. Now, I did hear that the person was arrested and whatnot, but arrested and locked up, like, that's two different things. You could still wait. You know what I'm saying? So tell me, is Famous really dead? What do you think?
Those are good points, and it's been, we're going to say 3 months, but, he's been missing for 3 months. I can't necessarily determine if, he's been unalive for 3 months because her reaction to his body, I don't know if that's just like him just being like decomposed or if he was just beat up or, it wasn't clear. I mean, it's her son. So yeah, she's going to have that reaction regardless.
Right.
But it seemed like it was something going on with the face. So I can't really pinpoint it. I mean, the past 2 seasons, Raising Kanan has been putting us on these, like, they've been tricking us. I mean, they started with Unique. So I won't be surprised if this is a farce, if you will, but I don't know. I guess I just want to just believe that they are telling us the truth that he is gone. Right. Because what did he say? He said they found his ID on the body. But that doesn't mean anything because I mean you can get it in your
Exactly.
body. I don't know. I'm
Right.
just gonna just go with he's gone because I don't have time for the games right now.
Right. Like what? Why y'all playing with us? All of these sad stuff. What's wrong with you? So Cortland says, yeah, the police are probably hiding Famous. AG says, seeing Miss Fig tremble when she saw the body broke my heart. DeMarcus says, yes, Famous deleted. AG says, Unique said, if you don't see the body, the person isn't really gone. And see, that's the thing too, because remember they pulled this stunt with Lauren, and I wasn't sold on her death either. I'm like, since when? Y'all like, since when?
I mean, we technically have a body, it's just not confirmed. So this is
Right.
kind of a gray area.
Right. Exactly. That's true. That's true. Dale says, are Famous and Paul close to the same height? And that's another thing. If somebody did this, who did this? Like, who helped to get rid of to put a body there and then put his ID in it and all. And here's the thing too, like it would make sense. Like if he's running away and he's trying to get a new, life and ID, whatever, that type of stuff, like I don't need this ID anymore. So we're gonna put this over here, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what I said last night. I said my thing is, you got Garcia, who was so gung-ho about the fact that Famous is some criminal. He ain't missing. He's a freaking fugitive, this and that. But then you were so easy to fold talking about yeah, we're pretty sure it's him. We didn't ID his dental records yet, but we're pretty sure it's him. How? Just because you found his license on him? I mean, his ID on him?
Yeah. And the timelines and the way when they met at the when she came to the precinct, like the protocol seemed off. Like she went there 5 days after he was missing. They was told to come back 3 weeks and was told to come back 2 months. Like that was kind of a weird timeline situation. But I also, a part of me did not rule out, like, hey, is it possible? Now, I don't think this is the case, but I even thought, like, hey, did Famous get strung out and got some bad stuff?
Right.
I mean, it's cold. He could have been using the mattress as a blanket. I don't know. Like, what did he become a fiend? Like, I don't know. I'm not ruling out anything because he was, a weed head. And of course, when you go through traumatic events, that's what they call it back in the day, the gateway drug.
Drug.
So I didn't rule that out, but I feel like for storytelling purposes, I don't think they would go there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. That's the annoying part. Yes, we got confirmation, but now there's a whole nother piece that we need to learn. And are we going to wait to the finale?
Right. And the thing is, was he even, the fact that you're bringing that up, was he even killed?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't say nothing about his body as far as like, any kind of like signs of struggle, any type of gunshot wound, nothing. Like all we know is that his body was decomposed. That's it. Now, Erica P. McRae says, my first thought was, did he freeze to death? I mean, and my thing is, look, for him to be missing for 3 months, right? And like you said, it doesn't mean he was dead for 3 months because like you could still see flesh on him. So, right? Wouldn't he, if he was dead for 3 months, wouldn't he be pretty much like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was asking in my life. I don't know the scientifics in terms of like what the timeline is in terms of the decomposition. I don't know that piece. So I'm a little annoyed because I need all the answers now.
All of them, because what the heck is this? As far as listen, as far as we know, it's just another distraction for the Thomas family, especially when it comes to somebody like Kanan. And now you see Lou wants to spring back into action and stuff like that. It's just another distraction. Like they can't even really do business the way they want to do. Rock can never do business the way she want to do business. There's always a distraction. You know what I'm saying? And now here comes this biggest distraction, which is Kanan. I'm sorry, which is Famous. The death of Famous. Is he really dead? That's the question. And we have so many other questions.
She just want to sell her drugs, people. Like, can we
That's
let her do
it.
this?
That's all. Like what? Can she? Hey.
Always something. Always something.
What's up, Rashonda? She said R.I.P. famous. Yeah, just like they had the R.I.P. Lauren, and then next thing you know, we saw her up on the screen. Okay, like please, it's not the power way. Like it's just not, and so it's making me wonder what the heck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's but look, it maybe it is, and if it is, it is.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. They're saying it was some possible drama with the actor who played famous, which I don't know. I didn't see any confirmation, so I don't know if that was a situation where they had to be creative with the rollout of this. I don't know, but I'm even annoyed on how we found out. Like this whole chase for a 40-ounce, like that just really irked my nerves.
That was crazy. We could not
think of anything else. Like,
right. I was about to say we could have done better than that. Come on now. Like what? Just get a little more creative, you know.
And where were they? Were they still in Queens? Were they in another borough? Like I needed more information.
Right. There's just, like we said, so many freaking questions at this point. Like it's a big scratching my head moment, which is what's going to make a segue into our scratching my head moments right now. Because this whole thing, Famous's death, is just like, huh? What the heck?
What? And normally, I just want to say this one thing, Ms. K. If someone wanted to pretend they had a fake body, I feel like sometimes people would make the body appear in a place where it's easily found, like discovered. So that's another reason why I'm like, this is probably him, you know.
Right.
We had to do all this to even discover him, some random situation.
Right.
But hey, we don't know. We just gotta wait.
Yeah. Blaze says, peace and blessings with KPG and everyone in the house. Hope everything is going smooth. Nah, I'm not buying into this. Demise of Famous just doesn't feel right. Plus, it's too similar to Unique. Okay. And see, this is what I was talking. It was just me and him last night on the same page. Nobody else is really like, you know what I mean? Everybody. And then we have Erica who says, do y'all think Marvin did it? A lot of people are saying it was Marvin. I don't understand that.
No,
okay. I don't understand. I'm so lost as to where people are getting that from. It baffles me.
Yeah. I don't know why people just think Marvin's gonna be just doing everything wrong.
Yeah. They kill him off every season. He's the freak. I mean, he's the one who did this. He's the one who did that. And now he deleted Famous. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't like that one, but
yeah. Sound like budget cuts with the network. They didn't want to pay the actor to do that scene. If you notice on the opening credits, the cast is smaller. Everyone got a raise. I mean, I don't know. Come up off that bread, because, like, to me, it doesn't benefit to take shortcuts like that just because you're doing budget cuts, like especially with the character like that. Like I think it's just stupid to me.
Yeah, and that's kind of contradictory. You're gonna give everybody a raise but not pay one person. Like,
yeah, doesn't right, exactly. And you can't for that one time pay this dude that you're killing off, that you know he about to be out of work for a little while. Like, you can't send him off nice.
It is show business money. I guess not, you know. But that's my thing. It wouldn't cost much. I mean, buy Rock one less cat suit.
Thank you. Oh, listen, I was feeling that cat suit, girl. You already know. Did you think of me when you saw that? I know some people did. Like, oh, Miss K, I like that. Yes, I do. It wouldn't fit me good. People assumed Marvin did it because of a still pic where there was a pew behind Fame's head. Oh, a pow, I think she said. And the hands on the pow had rings on the finger like Marvin. So that's the assumption.
Yeah, I did hear people talking about that too. I didn't see it, but I don't know.
Marvin might be the trigger man, but I don't understand where he's the one behind Famous. It doesn't add up, right? It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, the only
So
I mean,
Marcus, I can't.
if Famous is considered a snitch, I could see, Marvin having to clean it up. But me personally, I just don't see it. I could be completely wrong, but I just.
All right, and then also like hiding him under a mattress, like that don't even. That's weird to me. It's weird. I don't know. It doesn't. So, what was your scratching my head moment since we're on this subject?
Mara telling Juke that the offing of her estranged husband Aaron is the result of a breaking and entering. So I rewatched the scene from the previous episode when Marvin went to his house. There was no forced entry.
Right. He opened the door, didn't he?
Aaron clearly opened the door. Marvin clearly went in and landed a punch. And I was like, well, maybe the second time when, Marvin tried to leave and Aaron, was able to get up. There was still no damage done to the door. The most damage that was done, Marvin was just kind of, banging on the door for him to, open it up. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to believe that she's happy he's gone and this whole story, but I'm like, either it's lazy police work or she's trying to lure Juke in, trying to act like she's happy. And she's just trying to, see if Juke, I don't know. It just was weird. Like,
yeah,
like a robbery. Like it just
that's
That's
good. That's good. I like that. Good catch. Because because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, remember that." He's a military dude or whatever. He's a vet and all that, thinking that all that is going to come back, on them, which it may, but the way she made it seem like was that it's like an open and shut case. It was a freaking, you know what I mean? So
but I don't even know sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Good.
But why are people calling him a vet? Because the flag that he had on his shelf was the same flag that I have for my grandfather, because my grandfather is a vet. They normally hand you that when when a veteran dies, and they place the flag over the coffin, and they fold it in that triangle and hand it to you to keep. So I don't, unless there's another type of protocol where somebody would get that type of flag. From my knowledge, you only receive that flag when you have a family member.
Right.
That passed. So
good point. Again,
I don't understand where the vet thing is coming from.
Yeah, because that happened for my grandfather, my uncle as well. Yeah. So yeah.
So I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know, hun. So Blaze says, "What's up, AFBM?" Says, yeah, Jukebox caught her very first body, and now it's the beginning of the end of Laverne. Yeah. So my scratching my head moment, I kind of shared this yesterday. The whole flashback with Famous, like not the dog part, but just that whole thing with the stepfather and things of that nature. Like it was like, why do we, not to say why do we care, but what does this mean? How the heck does this relate to the story? You know what I mean? I don't have the picture, but whatever. Yeah. How does it relate to the story? It's hard. I'm having a very hard time connecting it because that dude seemed like he was very crazy. Why did we need to know that was once a part of Famous's life at a time, with a mother freaking straight bow, like hit him with a frying pan and then shanked him? Like, what? Why is that important? See, for me, you can't do stuff like that. You can't do stuff like that because now I'm starting. My mind is gonna go, what? Well, what? Because my thing is, if you want to give a backstory on Famous and this and that, why didn't you do something where you showed him like let's say you showed that situation, right, with the stepfather and things like that, and then you show little Famous in there like writing his first rhyme about the situation, like, you know what I'm saying, just kind of like showing where this love for music came from in the writing and all of that. But you just showing us this freaking stuff. What the heck does it have to do with anything? I mean, a dude crazy.
Yeah.
That freaking guy Lewis, he's crazy. So
Yeah.
is there a reason why you're showing me that there was this crazy man that they left alive in his life at one point? And then it made me wonder, well, does that mean that he was the one that found Famous? Like, what? I'm just confused, babe. I'm confused.
I had to justify this for the few different reasons for it to make sense to me. And I could be completely wrong. My first one was like, hey, this is the writer's attempt to provide or evoke some sort of sympathy for Famous, even though, we still, some of us would have still felt the way maybe this would evoke more. Two, I was also thinking, how people was like begging us to get background on Effie, this is their attempt of getting more background. But also, I was like, okay, I'm trying to think of each scene and what the theme of it was, right? So they constantly showed to me the thread of Famous and his mother's like value of like love and protection.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, are they putting this in to kind of give us some insight on what her actions are in the future in terms of his mom, like trying to seek revenge or questions, like I don't know, like, and it really peed me off that Garcia was throwing Kanan in the mix in terms of having something to do with it. So I don't know, I just feel like I was the same way. I'm like, what is the point of these scenes? It seems random, but I have faith that the writers are going to pull it all together by the end of the season, because the rollout is just, the whole Famous rollout is just weird, because all the episodes before this was like, what happened to Fame? What happened to Fame? Juke and Lulu constantly vouching for Fame, not being a snitch. But I'm like, Fame was low-key weak. He wasn't about that life. So why would y'all not think he would snitch if he was faced with all this time? Like, you gotta know your people.
Thank you. Know your personnel. Like, what? And that's the thing that you said it too, because I was trying to figure out when I was trying, like I said, this is a scratch in my head moment for me. So I'm trying here. So the one thing that I caught as well was I said, well, maybe like you're trying to find the theme. So I was saying, well, maybe they're just trying to, invoke some type of sympathy for the mom. You know what I mean? And how hard she goes for Famous and how much she loves her son and how she let him keep the baby. How she let him keep the raggedy dog and things like that. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like at the same time, I'm just like, it's not landing. Even with the background of Effie, where I feel like it came too little too late, but it was still okay to see her mom and the type of person that her mother was. It matched though. It lets you see why Effie is the way she is, just a little bit.
Yeah.
This right here doesn't show me nothing about Famous. That's why I'm saying, like, why?
It's reminded me of Scrappy a little bit with his mom. Like, is this going to be one of those situations where, I don't know, where his mom is going to be on some like team up with Garcia and this investigation with Kane? Like, I don't know. It just seems weird. I don't.
Yeah, no. It's a lot of weird stuff going on. Lots. What's up, Jamari? He said if that stepdad is responsible for Famous's death, Kanan finding him would be fire. I mean, yeah, but that's another thing too. Like, they even talked about how he knew Kanan since they were in kindergarten. How come Kanan wasn't in the flashback? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get that.
Or having some dialogue throughout the years or the seasons where he mentions his stepdad.
Exactly.
Something
right.
This is so out of this left field. Like this.
It's not fitting, and I'm not happy with it. I'm sorry. He got unlimited funds from a white man and got a whole club with a whole stage to self, and he dead. I feel like we were watching Miss Figueroa's state of mind. Those were her memories and her point of view. That is true. That's a good point. It's a good point. It just it wasn't a good way. To me, it wasn't a good way to show Famous in that light.
From that perspective, hey, those specific memories, I don't know, it just seems when you have a missing son, I don't know, it just seemed like those wouldn't be the memories. Like, I don't know. It's just
right.
The last one maybe, because she turned in the gun and that was his return back home. when he was talking about he's done some bad things. Maybe that one, but the other ones, like, I don't know. Him bringing a dog, I guess maybe, but the abusive part,
that's
like,
the one.
That throws me off.
That's the one. That's the one right there that just got my head just like, do I have fleas? Like, I don't understand. Like, why? It didn't make sense. I'm just like, I don't understand it.
Unless that shows like, hey, this was a time where I couldn't protect my son or try to protect my son. I don't know, Miss K. I'm trying.
No, you're trying to get to it, girl. Trying to get to it.
Oh God.
Yes.
I'm not scratching my female braids no more. I don't.
No, me neither. So I'm done. What is the point of having a talent when you're gonna end up dead anyway? You can't even use it. Yeah, it's pretty sad. That happens too much, though, right? Wasted talent. The flashbacks were nice, but I didn't care about them at all. LOL. Flashbacks are additional information that helps the audience connect the dots. Yes, talk about it. And understand the present day story even better. And that is my gripe. That's my gripe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my gripe.
I'm just hoping we'll get more insight.
Yeah, for real. So now let's go to our favorite moments.
It was a little annoying, but this is my favorite. Where The Rock had a meeting with Quan and pretty much calling him on his BS. Like,
baby, yes.
When she told him this some ish, I was like,
yes.
Facts. Like, she was pretty much saying all the things that I wanted her to say, because she was like, yo, like, what is it? Did I do something to you? Are you just effing with me? Like,
right.
Darn, but yo, like, what is the issue here? And of course, he's giving BS. He's all on Meeks, you know what? And yeah, I was just like, yeah, Rock, tell him what needs to be said, because I'm tired.
For real. I love that. I love this scene. Because I was just like, yeah, girl, get all up in it, because we already talked about the fact that she gave him that little death smile that he has no clue about, you know what I'm saying? But this time she like, yeah, I just need to know, like you said, I don't care, but I want to know anyway, because what the heck is going on? And he's going on about unique and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, and I love the fact that she said, you looking for a man with honor, but I'm just looking for a man, and that ain't you. You know what I'm saying? Because you over here talking about some man of your word. You can't even keep your word to me. You just gonna switch up and change the price without even talking to me. We didn't agree to it. I love the fact that she still paid him what they agreed on in the first place. Like, that was some boss. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
I ain't freaking agree to that. This what you getting. And we're done.
Yes. And then you bringing up my son and my family. Oh yes, you got to go.
Yes. Yes.
I loved it.
She was just like, F you. He said, I hope you a better mother than a bit. Like, what?
Like, excuse me? And who knows Kanan to be nice? Get out of here.
No, exactly. Like, the way he acted is just, it's super annoying. And I brought up yesterday the fact that he's eating an orange, and I felt like that's like a foreshadowing death for him. Like, that's to foreshadow his death, because like I forgot when I learned that with The Godfather that was a death foreshadowing with the oranges. And so when I peeped that he was eating an orange, I said, oh yeah, I'm telling you, I'm calling it. He ain't making it through the season.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm excited for him to go.
Me too. Because you disrespectful. And then he talking about something, and you move too slow. So you want her to move. And like she said, I move with a purpose. Like, I'm not about to be out here being stupid and just shooting people up and deleting folks when I don't even know what the facts.
Exactly. And you complaining that she messy, but she's being, careful,
right?
Like, what do you want? You want careful, or you want messy?
Right.
And you have to understand the nature of the business. Things are going to happen. Like what the serial couple said, snap and pops. Like, it was like trouble is constant. Like, you always gonna have, these issues. Like, I don't know who he was working with before, but sir,
right?
What we doing?
Unbelievable. Oh, I know we're not talking about Famous anymore, but I wanted to bring this because Blaze says, what does Famous wanting to adopt Lassie have to do with teenage Famous catching a body and getting in trouble with the law? Right. Like what? It doesn't make any sense.
No
But
clue.
yes, this is definitely my favorite, one of my favorite moments. But for me, the favorite moment that I chose was, I feel like it was something so simple, but it just stood out to me, and that was the narration of grown Kanan at the end, when he was just like, if you want me to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, he deserved it. He ain't, he wasn't built for this and that. Like, it was just no, because I like that he pointed out, like, I don't got no words of wisdom or nothing. Like, it's just pain here.
Yeah.
Like, and you should be hurt too. Now leave me alone.
Yeah, like, dang, excuse me.
Leave me
I'm
alone.
just here, bro. I'm just here.
Right, leave me alone, because I'm hurting and it's gonna stay hurting. That's that. Like,
Yeah.
because obviously we know that throughout this whole series, we always hear him drop in jewels, for the game. Every episode from the beginning, the opening to the closing. And when he said he had nothing to say, I was just like, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I felt that one. So, and even in the beginning, when he was talking about memories and stuff like that, and how he said, but sometimes reliving a memory could cut off your air. I was like, ooh, listen, 50 did his thing in the narration this episode. Yeah. Like, he got in touch with some feelings.
Yeah, I've been wondering, like, is he collaborating, or is it the writers, or is it just him, like, with the narrating part? I'm just curious, because we know he's a writer, he writes songs and hooks and all the things, but I was just like, they be over here dropping some good, poetry.
For real? Yes. Woo. And sometimes the way he say it, you be like, ooh. When he said cut off, he said cut off your ass. I said, oh, you right. Because you could think, a memory could really make you go back. You could really feel the pain again. Like, seriously, you think about it, you could feel that pain all over again. Yeah. So then when he went back into that last scene and he was just like, leave me alone. Like, I've got nothing to say.
He was such a kind of a crappy friend at the end. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have to hold Famous accountable, because he didn't. You got to know your friends too, right? Like, he wasn't about that life, but Kanan was real. Like, he was mean to him, on some level,
Yeah.
He had some sticky situations, so I want to give them both accountability. But the fact that not saying it's easier, but when someone leaves and you're not on the best terms, that can kind of sting a different way,
I'm sorry, but Blaze is on one today, okay?
What did
he said, but we're not hurting. I'm more confused.
Hey, Blaze, you got an ice box where your heart used to be? Like, what's going on?
Right. I'm more confused about those flashbacks, if anything.
No, that is facts, though. Yeah, I'm not, like, torn up. It's sad, but I'm not like...
Right, exactly. It's a fact.
Take me now, Lord. I ain't there yet.
Yeah, I'm not there. I feel like if they would have showed it, and I was saying that as well, that if they would have showed it, I feel like it would have been a very hurtful situation, but they didn't. And then those flashbacks made it just stupid to me. Yeah. But this scene... And then, Makai did such a good job. And then you got grown Kanan on top of it with the narration. I was like, yeah, that kind of brought it home for me. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was my favorite scene. So what about the least favorite moment?
Okay. One thing, Miss K, I'm so sorry.
No problem.
This is so petty. Grown Kanan. Where are you right now in life with these narrations? Did you murk your son yet that's named after this person you so...
See? No, it's not.
How old are you right now? Because we got questions. Did you murk your son yet? Because you still hurt over the original Sean. So what is going on here?
And that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Like, I can't get that out of my head that you named your son after this and then you murked your son. I don't understand.
I had to bring that up. I'm sorry.
What happened to you?
That question. Okay.
You know, like, all right.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, we can't. I just can't. What? I can't. I can't.
You said least famous? I mean, Slore.
Least famous. Yes, least famous moment. Are we gonna call it least famous moment in honor of famous this episode?
Famous thinking about me. Okay. Oh, Marvin and Raggedy Joyce. Joyce is so raggedy. I swear. Like, the thing that put the cherry on top was the taunting. Marvin can't.
Yeah, Marvin can't. Sorry.
Get out of my sight. Like, what? Like, how are you doing this still on your deathbed? You are so raggedy. And then in the hospital, she's manipulating him, giving him all these, high praises or whatnot, just to set him up for him to do what you want him to do, because you too much of a punk to stay alive for your kids. You talking about you ain't nothing left for you on this earth. You got 3 grown kids, at least 2 grandkids. Like, what are you talking about? Because you selfish enough, you can't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be harsh, because I myself personally, watched my grandmother go through cancer. So I know the struggles. Right. But for you to be so trash to evoke more pain on this man. Right. He's still not even over his father.
Right.
So that's you want to ask him to help facilitate your death? Go ahead.
What's up, Matthew? What's up, Matthew Wilson? That's what I was saying as well. It was just like, you just a selfish chick, ain't you? And then you try to manipulate him in the beginning to do it with something that was so stupid. Like, you clearly don't know your kids, because you think Marvin out here feeling like he's weak because Rock makes him feel like he's weak or inferior, and she doesn't, by the way. Remember, she used to try to back in the day, but she clearly doesn't. She has him a part of everything. Like, she tells him everything. Remember before, she used to try to keep stuff in the dark. Now she's telling everything. She's basically saying, look, the police came over here the other day, they asked him questions, we doing this, we doing that. You know what I'm saying? But the whole point is, it's like, oh, baby, you're so strong, you're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. As soon as he say, I can't do it, you sorry. Marvin, sorry. And then, what's the name over here? Starring Toya says, I thought Marvin was going to hit her with the pillow. See, my thing is, I not hit her with the pillow. I honestly thought he was going to suffocate her with the pillow. And I was like, Marvin, you better keep on going, brother. Keep on going, okay? We're not doing this. Keep it moving. But my thing is, too, like, at the end of the day, Marvin, I understand that you was not feeling the fact that she was talking to you like that, but you're used to it. You already know that. That's probably like he was thinking, like, yeah, there she go. Was waiting for you to return because you don't normally talk nice. Yeah, like, you terrible.
But I feel still, even though Marvin be used to stuff, it's baffling how sometimes he still falls for the okie doke. He goes to where he goes to with Gerald, but still over here with Stefano. You know what I'm saying? So he goes back and it's like he never learns his lesson in a sense. So I can see him really thinking genuinely that she's turning over a new leaf. She's on her deathbed. So, I can see him believe in her, but he's get hurt again. Like, I feel so bad. Need a good old hug, because God, Marvin can't catch a break. Like,
yeah, that you're right. That was really sad. He did believe in her. She did manipulate him into almost doing it, and he's just like, no, I just can't. Like, why would you want to put that on him? Why? She's terrible.
Terrible.
She is freaking terrible, man. Just like Rock was saying, you want somebody to forgive you. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
That's all you thinking about right now is yourself. You're not even trying to make things right with your kids before you leave this earth. Screw you. You're about to be dead. You're not about to feel anything. If you don't make yourself right with the Lord, you're going to hell. So yeah, you're going to feel some things, but do something. Get yourself together, girl. Get it together, because right now she's just a terrible, terrible mother. I can't even. She's so terrible. She's a terrible mom. She was on the list, right? Yeah, she was on the terrible mother's list. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she probably moved up.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. She definitely had to move up. And that's the only way that we repeat mothers sometimes is if they moved up a rank.
Oh,
Because
okay.
normally we don't repeat, but we had to repeat somebody because she done moved up on the rank, honey.
Yeah.
So
Keep her alive. Keep her alive.
yes, very much so. Trash. Joyce needs to repent. She sure does. She needs to repent, and she needs to just have a sit down and say, I'm sorry to all her kids. Like, give them that, please. They got robbed of that from their father. It's already a lot of trauma in their lives. Don't leave like this, please. Please. Oh my gosh. Man, get out of here, lady. I'm trying to figure out. So I know that I had a least favorite moment. And I feel like it just went out of the freaking window. And I hate when that happens because normally I write it down, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously we know all of the stuff that is least favorite is all the things that are happening with freaking Famous at this point. But I could agree that, but here's one that I'll say was one of my least favorite moments. I've kind of thought it was a little bit funny, which is not good, but he was just really nonchalantly talking as if stuff wasn't going to happen to him. And Marvin kept saying, "Listen, you not talking, you talking wrong right now." He was like, I don't care. He said, don't walk away from me. He said, I want to run away from you. Like, I'm like, yo, you talking to, like, he's one of those people that, like, if you're not a killer, you want to hit this person. You know what I'm saying? Because the way he was talking, you just like, ooh, I just want to punch you in your face so bad. Bow, shut the heck up, right? And Marvin, though, Marvin deleted him like he had a real problem with him. Okay, like he fired him up, he lit him up, and then when he was down, he lit him up some more. I'm like, Marvin.
Yeah.
And so this is one of the reasons why it's my least favorite moment is because we heard in previous scenes that Rock said you need to press, but don't press too hard because remember, we don't have anybody else that will move weight like them. So this is a serious offense. Serious. Mm-hmm. So that is why it's my least favorite, because it has to have the biggest blowback, in my opinion. Especially now that Rock is trying to work with that dude Hafiz, and he wants to meet with her partners and things of that nature. You're making her look weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is frustrating because I'm going to give this as a justifiable kill. Because Marvin couldn't risk leaving that door and ring a ding ding, hello 911. Like we can't let this dude leave our sight right now because he's talking real reckless. And Marvin, he was literally like just almost like begging this guy, like please, please.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, help me, help you, help me. Like we can't do this right now. Like I'm just concerned that Rock is not going to understand.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm like, well, is Marvin going to put on his recruiter hat and be like, yo, Early or yo, somebody else, like to fill in? But we have his brother, but he's a druggie, David. So I don't know. Rock she just want to go to work.
She just want to work for real. This lady just want to work. Like, come on. Y'all freaking dudes be making it hard.
She gonna be like, Ronnie in a minute. I want some work. Like I just need.
Yes, she said it too. She was like, "This is the reason why I don't got no ring on my finger because niggas don't listen." Seriously, like what? Don't listen until they got their stuff on the front freaking lawn. Now you hear me? Gosh, yo, I can't, girl.
I'm hoping he can really explain himself because she's already. I'm still annoyed she hasn't readdressed this whole Stefano situation. Like I feel like it's gonna come, of course, up again. But
Yeah.
every time I see Marvin, like if I was Rock, like especially when she told him about Andre, like, all right, we don't have an inside guy. I need you to keep me on, board. What you got going on? So
yes,
we gotta
yes.
keep our stories together, like, like we.
Exactly. Oh my god. Blaze says that I appreciate that, Miss K. Good to know I wasn't the only one who was laughing a little. Man said I'll say whatever I want without a care in the world. Exactly. I was just like, bro, you're bugging. I know you're about to die. Like, I just know it. You talking too reckless, homie. Talking about something. I don't care anymore. I prefer divorce over death. Marvin said that's because you ain't never been dead before.
He got his little clipboard. He multitasking, talking ish, taking inventory. Like, all right.
Yeah. But Marvin is not stupid though. He told Rock, he's like, yo, this kid's a little, he's tougher than he looks. Shoot.
He said, I don't even care. Show my wife the picture.
Yeah. And I forgot what he said, but when he said Ever, I'm like, I don't care Ever or something like that. I'm like, well, oh no, I prefer, I never been divorced Ever.
Yeah.
Just talking. He had a rebuttal for everything.
Everything.
Oh, listen, it was a tough situation. It was. You're right. It was tough because he was talking a lot about telling the cops a lot. And I was saying, listen, if she said to get tougher, then that means that you should have probably bashed him over the head or shot him in his pinky toe or something. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Took him with you and had him held up somewhere or something like that. You know what I mean?
That was an option.
Because, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. That guy. Yeah, Dexter says Marvin doesn't do those breathing exercises anymore. Like he really needs to. It's like once he got betrayed by Gerald, it's like he went 1,000 steps back. 1,000. So he's out here on one. His anger is back in effect. He can't, like, he's not making logical decisions. I used to love when Marvin used to be like,
yeah.
Because that's when he was like, he was feeling like, all right, I'm about to bust a nigga upside the head. Hold on. And then he would be so proud of himself, like, all right, yeah, I'm good. I'm good now. And I'm like, yes, Marvin, yes. But he's not. He's just putting hot ones in niggas' chest. Like, bro, you can't be doing that.
He's doing a hot ones challenge.
Yes. I'm like, what is going on here, babe?
Yeah, no more breathing. I mean, the same place we learned those breathing exercises was the same place he met Gerald. So he probably like, F all that anger management stuff. Like,
that is true. That is true. That is true.
Like, none of that's good for me.
Nothing. F everybody and everything and every program and anything that I tried to make good from my life. F it. That's probably how he's feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, Marvin.
I know.
Marvin. Okay, I'm done. Anyway. Another woman, let's see. Hey, Juan Roman. Another woman who was running things in the Power franchise taken down. It's just getting your heart broken. So he's on the defense. Yeah, that's what it is. Yep. Right. That's a good question. What happened to Marvin's homie in the wheelchair? That's another angry man. Demo. Where's all the angry man? Right. Demo, where he at? Come on. He need to talk because he'll talk some sense into Marvin too. Because he got a lot of reasons to be angry as well. Thank you for the Cash App. Contago Prude. I think appreciate you. It says continue to be great, Miss K. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So we did talk about our least favorite moments, right? That was both of ours. Is there anything else you wanted to discuss before we get out of here?
This is not really necessarily this is just an interesting moment, I guess. I'm not trying to create no extra segment, but
yeah, this is just the open part where it was like we get to talk to each other about whatever. You want to pick my brain about a scene, you know.
Yeah. every episode, there's normally 1 to 2 lines that just really just have me like thinking. So when Juke and Marvin were at their house and he was trying to just see where head was,
Oh,
after
Matthew just asked that. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. But yeah, just the fact that she was like, well, if I'm comfortable killing ninjas, it ain't because of the army.
Thank you. Girl, what?
So, yeah, that was interesting. Like, I wonder if that is, I would like to say if Marvin is really thinking about like, dang, like I'm not being the best role model for my child, like, I don't know. Do you think that has an effect on Marvin, or he's just like got so much other things going on?
Yeah, that's such a good question. I think when it comes to him, I don't think that he has time to really dissect everything, and which is the reason why it could be weighing on him, because he's just got all, like you said, he has all these things on his mind to where it could be stressing him. Like even when he deleted Terry, it was like I said, he did it like it was a passionate kill. Like you really angry at this man, like you got a real beef with him. And that was after his mom asked him to do that, so that could have been on his mind. You got this situation with Juke, and I know that he didn't want this life for her. And I think what she said to him was like a reality check. Like, what you talking about? Ain't no daggone army that got me comfortable with deleting a ninja. Like, I'm like, come on. No. So, one thing that I do like about what she said, like she's still over there trying, like that girl is something else. He said, we never talked about what happened. She was like, what happened? Like, yo. That girl act like there's a wire everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? What you talking about? We don't discuss this. You of all people already know. What are you talking about? Nothing happens.
Too cool, Juke.
Yes. I'm like, dang, Juke is something else, man. She is something else. But I did feel kind of bad for him in the scene. Look how he looking at her like, dang, yo, what the heck, like my baby girl, little monster up in here. That's
my baby. Like, word, like, right. That's how you feeling?
Like my baby. He's like my baby, because he was literally telling her a few episodes ago, you're smart. Why don't you go back to school? You know what I'm saying? Like he was not trying to have her in his life. At all. And that's what I do respect about him and Rock. Like they didn't want this life for their kids. But then you have Kanan and Juke. They're totally different people. Juke wants a different type of life. She didn't even want the life that her family was living. And Kanan does. So for her to get roped up in this, but it's like she said though, but it was very cold. She said, looks like I did a good thing because it was either you or him. And my friend, she cool with it.
Yeah.
So I think I did a good thing. I'm good. I could sleep at night because he checking on her mental. Can you sleep? This kind of thing give you nightmares, this and that. You know what I mean? And yeah. So I don't know, child. He tried to have a talk. I commend him for trying to have a talk and checking up on her mental, because it is something that you should not take lightly. I do respect that. But your girl's gone. She gone. She gone, child.
Oh gosh. What did you think about Unique's meeting with
Phil?
Phil, yes. Like, do you think what do you think about that?
I was like, poor baby. Like the thing that made me mostly upset about it was the fact that the man told him that he got his ear to the streets and he ain't never heard that Rock tried to delete him. And so the thing that pissed me off about it was like, why couldn't you listen to that? Instead of going into the car, getting all mad and everything, take that conversation in. You know what I mean? Because you're out here on a war path for something that has nothing to do with what you think it is. You creating all kinds of stuff and it's not even what you think it is. You're your own worst enemy at the end of the day. So And like he told him, like, you know, if you came up here, you know, first of all, with a better freaking attitude and something more enticing, like, I don't care about your beef. Like, what? I don't care. Like, show me that you got a whole team and you ready to work, and like show me that you got something. Because as far as I'm concerned, you're not a sure bet.
Yes, that's what I said earlier. I said, Unique, you going at everybody like on this. I'm on this revenge with Rock. Like, no, like people care about making bread. Position it that way. Yes, you got your personal vendetta, but these people don't care about what you got going on with Rock. Like, that's not affecting.
Not at all. Especially you a moolie. Like, you a moolie. You a hoe. Like, let's keep it real right now. You a whole moolie to these freaking mafia ninjas. A whole moolie out here. This guy talking about the black broad. You hear how they talk about us? He don't care about that. He's business minded. I don't care about your vendetta.
We came over here crying.
Unbelievable. I don't care about your vendetta. Go sit down some daggone where. Get the heck out of here. You lucky I'm not deleting you. Coming in.
He was doing a lot.
He was doing a lot.
But hopefully, I don't know. I'm just curious. Is Rock going to realize or find out he's alive before or after he realized Rock is not the culprit, you know, of what's been going on? Like, I don't know.
Wait. Say that again.
So we saw Pernessa approach Rock, which I feel like is still not enough for Rock to be like, "Oh, Unique's alive," because you know, that's a reach from her point of view.
Exactly.
It still got her heads turning like, okay, something going on here.
Right.
So I'm just thinking, Unique, I feel like he's in a place where he's not taking in what's being told, especially from Phil. Like, he's the mob. He's going to have ears everywhere. Moolie, you know. So I feel like Unique is probably going to need a few more instances where he's going to have to start critically thinking, like, maybe things aren't as they appear. So I'm just curious, like, who's going to figure out the truth, you know, before the other? That's, I guess, what I'm trying to figure out.
Right. Yeah. So that's a great question, girl. Dexter Cumberbatch says Rock has too many distractions to focus, and that's the thing. Everything is a distraction now. Even that's what we were talking about. Even with Marvin, there's too many distractions. So, you know what I mean? There's too many distractions. Like they can't really focus on things that they can't even think. Can't even think. Like, how do I put something together when I still got to focus on this over here? Now the mother's sick, and then now we got, you know, Quan bringing this up, and now she trying to make moves to become the supplier, and folks is dying in warehouses left and right. You still got the work on the docks, and it's not in the restaurant. And now I got to press this dude to do whatever and stop playing with my money. Like, it's too much. Oh my gosh.
I'm stressed out.
Me too.
And the fact that Rock was over there threatening David, talking about you gonna be staring face to face with your dead mother. Lord, her mother just got diagnosed. Like,
yes,
Rock is.
She don't care. Like, let's pull that up, because even her face, I'm like, yes, girl, press. Get him. Look at her face, and she's not even the one holding the freaking blicky. You see?
Nope.
She looked like she is too, though, with that face. Like, I'm telling y'all need to stop playing with me. I haven't put nobody down in a while. Y'all playing.
Oh, okay. It's been 3 weeks. Come on,
right. I'm itching. I'm freaking itching right now. Freaking playing with me, y'all damn men. She be mad, like.
Y'all leave Rock alone, okay?
Leave her alone, please. Oh my gosh. It would be so foul if Blue has something to do with Famous death, as the one who told him rap about that would be foul. What's up, Stephen Harris? That would be foul. You know, but I just don't see that either. He has his own thing going on. He was all in rehab and going like, this ninja was trying to delete himself. Why would he want to go kill Famous?
Yeah.
He was trying to kill his dad. I shouldn't say that. He was trying to delete himself.
Yeah.
He had his own problems.
Yeah, but he was doing stuff and not even remembering. So it was like,
that is
I don't
true.
see Lulu as doing. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just annoyed that we still have questions and not nipping this famous stuff in the butt.
Yeah. Lots of questions. But anyway, but Juke, she a hell of a liar. You know what I'm saying? I said that girl get the Oscar, and she just was acting real innocent. Like, no, why would I? Yeah, why would I? I just wanted to know the address, so in case he did something to you, I could find you. I was like, I wanted to have that you know that famous, it's like that famous it's not what is it, that little video with Weebay, like,
it's one of Orlando's.
That's what I wanted. Like, I really should have got that, because she was giving like, oh shit.
Yeah, Juke, it roll off that tongue real quick.
She dangerous already from one kill. But you know what? It's because, remember, that's how you know it was always in her, because remember in the first season she always had them crazy eyes.
Oh yeah.
That's all she needed. It's like a dog like getting his first bite. That's all they need is a taste of blood. It's over.
Yeah, and she
was had it.
And Rock partially raised her, so it ain't too far.
No, not at all.
It's in the DNA.
Hey, your queen, Yolanda.
Hey.
Yep. Monica. Yep. You know, I know. Juke knows every secret. She is good at pretending she doesn't know anything. Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all. But we about to get up out of here. We got work in the morning and all that stupid stuff. Like, I hate to say stupid stuff, but yeah, whatever.
We're blessed to be employed.
We are blessed.
Another day of relaxation would not hurt.
It would not hurt. What's up, One Shot Gaming? It would not hurt.
I mean, we changing laws and whatnot. Can we advocate for a 4-day work week?
That would be amazing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Matthew Wilson, Dell, AGB, One Shot Gaming, your queen. Starring Toya, Monica M, Stephen Harris, DeMarcus Vaughn, the Hotspot Network. Who else? It's a lot of people up in here. I appreciate you guys. Blaze McCroy, Cinder One, Sherlyn Monk. All right. And I missed a lot of y'all comments. I am sorry about that, because it looks like y'all had some good stuff going on. But it's all good, folks. We are about to get them out of here. Hold on. We have Moochie backstage. Let me bring her in so she can say hello and goodbye. Hey, Moochie.
Hey. Look, I'm an hour behind y'all. I still had technical issues with my thing, so I apologize.
It's okay. So we're about to leave, boo. So
all right.
You want to say what one of your moments were? A favorite moment? At least which one?
Well, we knew Lulu was gonna get the drawers. He got the drawers.
Got the drawers, dog. Okay, sure.
What was my favorite moment? I don't like the way they did this whole famous thing up fast. I feel like they got cheated out of the story because the unique thing took off a life of its own. Did that come out right?
Yeah.
So I just feel like that overshadowed everything, because Famous played a pivotal moment in Kanan's life, and when being cheated out of that, and the way they did it off screen, I feel like we were cheated out of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the question of the night: is he really dead? The fact that he was killed off screen just seems so weird. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he may be, but it still raises a whole bunch of questions. That's what we were talking about tonight. But anywho, guys, thank you so much once again for being here. Gotta get out of here. Love you all. See you guys next week. I'm probably not gonna go live on Friday night again, so it's probably gonna be Saturday. I'm gonna try to get back on track again, but it'll work. Don't worry, we still gonna be live in the building. Take care and be blessed. Bye bye. Subscribe to Pretty Girl and Muchi's channel. Thank you. Bye bye.